Welcome back, come one, come all, to the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series Asia Finals. You're just tuning in to Samsung.RorO against Spider.Comm. Now, this is one of the best Zergs that Korea currently has to offer, playing against the Chinese champion. I'm Rob Simpson. Here with me is Grubby to bring you this ZVZ Slugfest.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the highest level games that we'll be broadcasting thus far in this series. One of the most evenly matched games. RorO, a sensation from the Caspa players. It's really impressive how fast these guys are improving.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
RorO finished like 4th place in the WCS Korea Nationals. Very, very impressive. Took down, I believe, Seed.
Yeah, he is the highest placing non-Protoss.
Yeah.
In the entire event, obviously. Rain being 2nd highest.
Outperforming Linok, outperforming Dongregu, outperforming Nesty. A lot of these players who we have come to agree are the best Zergs in Korea, and therefore by extension more or less the world, if we kind of forget for a moment about Stefano and Scarlet and Nurcho. But yeah, RorO actually is the one that finished the highest, so very impressive. This game is already underway.
Yes, what you missed is that we saw that Comm took a little bit of a risk getting his hatchery a good chunk before RorO. It paid off for him. He was able to drone up just fine. Now RorO, on the other hand, has just begun that defensive Baneling nest, and he's also got that spine crawler up. He was expecting some shenanigans. Nothing went down. Comm's been, wow, very quickly going up to that layer.
Yeah, wow. Comm is going for a super fast layer, and he can do that because he didn't spend any gas yet on Baneling Nest. He's getting the Baneling Nest after the layer, and in compensation, he's making more links than you normally would when you're going for link Baneling. So, gonna apply some pressure here to cover for that fast layer, and usually that means fast Mutalisk, doesn't it?
That is normally what that means, but we'll see if that's exactly what he's going to do. I mean, it's something that you see high-level players defend quite handily, right? Because essentially all that you need to do is add on another couple of queens. Having queens isn't actually bad ever, especially for playing defensively. And once you're able to get that queen count up and be safe, then you just end up going for infestors.
Yeah.
And then the Mutalisks aren't going to really do anything to you, and you need the infestors to push across the map anyway.
Yeah.
So it ends up being something that you can defend pretty well, especially... Oh, well, yep, and there it goes. So Comm is going to be going straight for that Spire. So we are going to see a lot of Mutalisks potentially. Now, can RorO deal with the heat?
Yeah, this is pretty late 4th extractor. Usually you are getting that in the process of when your layer is morphing. So that kind of surprises me that he gets it that late. And he's only going to be able to make maybe 4 or 5 Mutalisks at once when the Spire finishes, if that. Now that might be enough, coupled with some Zerglings to try and cancel the 3rd base. And no matter what, when you go for Mutalisks first, you're usually not going to mass them all game long. You're going to switch eventually into Infestors, which means your Infestors are going to be later than your opponents usually, which means you need economic advantage. Now at this point, it doesn't look like if nothing else happens, that will not be the case. His own hatchery is later than RorO, so that means he absolutely needs to get a cancel off on RorO's expansion. I'm not sure if he's able to.
Whoa, very nice connect from Comm there, staying active with the links, falling around and getting some very favorable trades over here, but it's not looking like RorO is going to be able to shut down that 3rd.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to, but at least he diverted attention away from his own base.
Yeah.
Now we see 4 or 5 Mutalisks being produced at once, and a couple of more Banelings coming for Comm. Now going to go for that counterattack. He will be able to have more Zerglings than his opponent momentarily, but now it looks like about the same. 1 Baneling morphing. He will not be able to cancel this base most likely.
Nope, and over here also RorO already preparing for all of the Mutalisks. He's got the 3 Spore Crawlers on the way. He's also already handling that energy upgrade from the Infestors, and he's going to be more than prepared when those Mutalisks get out there. Maybe, just maybe, he can use the Mutalisks to chip away at the Queens if he's able to kill a couple of the Queens as long as they're undefended. Maybe he can get rid of that 3rd, but it's not looking too good for Comm.
Yeah, it definitely is not at this moment. Those Mutalisks, they're
well,
hard to focus down.
Good. Oh, okay, attacking the one with the high energy means that we are not going to see a transfuse onto that Queen. Is he going to take it down? Yes, finishes off one of the Queens, leaving the 3rd undefended.
Wow.
So Comm able to take it down and get a big leg up over RorO in this 1st game.
Oh, nice. 5 Mutalisks is actually, I mean, I didn't know it was going to be that good against the 2 Queens. He chased them away, which means that he would be able to pick off any Banelings which come, which meant that his mass amount of Zerglings were able to completely dominate that fighter. This is just really impressive how Comm is dictating the pace of this game against Samsung.RorO. Super impressive here by Comm. 2 Queens will die off though. Nice counterattack there by RorO.
That's going to hurt that larva production, obviously, for a little bit, but because Comm has kind of switched into building high-cost units, it's not going to hurt him as much as you may think. Really, he's going to ultimately end up switching to roaches anyway, because, hey, how else do you deal with Roach Infestor? You don't. You don't. You need to also have Roach Infestor.
Yeah, that's true. Do we see an infestation pit out yet for Comm?
No, not yet. All he has is that Roach Warren.
Yeah, of course he does have 60 workers against RorO's 46, which means that economically he's doing mighty fine. He's got his 3rd base up. He is able to start on his 5th and 6th gas anytime soon, and he's definitely going to need that in order to be able to catch up with infestors. Now, do you think that if RorO makes a number of Banelings? Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
I'm wondering if RorO makes like there was just a whole bunch of links being fungled twice.
Got him good.
RorO could make some roaches and links, and I think like potentially doing like an attack with infested Terrans and fungal.
Yeah, and he could actually just kill everything.
Maybe, yeah.
Because really, that's a lot of supply in Mutalisks, right? When you think about how much Mutalisks cost,
yeah.
For cost, they're not a very efficient unit in battle, right? You need a lot of them to be very effective and to kill things, and you generally can't take straight up engagements.
Yeah, exactly.
And in this case, he's already pretty well prepared for those Mutalisks to end up harassing him anyway, so RorO's already in a very comfortable position.
Yeah, RorO is gonna make a couple of roaches, but he's also gonna be adding a Hydralisk then. So instead of having economic lead, or even trying to do a timing with tech, RorO is just trying to get a better unit composition than his opponent. He's saving up that energy on infestors, getting roaches and Hydralisks, and hoping that he doesn't die before that.
And over here, Comm once again staying active. He still maintains that map control because RorO doesn't have a way to stop the Mutalisks while they're being mobile. He doesn't have something that can get out there and kill them until he gets those Hydralisks out there. That +2 is just about finished up, and he has his range upgrade also hitting about that 50% mark, and also even adding on Burrow. Hey, why not?
Yep. Well, I mean, Comm is now getting his own infestors because he has that 3rd. He was able to get that much gas that he's making 9 all at once, and his pathogen glance is gonna finish off just before his first infestor. So of course, nicely timed out there. Ain't no thing for a Zerg of his level.
Yeah, man, Comm is looking very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Actually, who did he take down game 1? Let's take a look. He took down SKTV. Ah, that was Wynn's replacement.
Who did he take down?
The replacement for Wynn's, SKTV.
Oh, SKTV, right? Yeah. So that was, I mean, that was nothing compared to an opponent like RorO.
Right. Yeah, man, Samsung.Con.
Nah.
All them Kespa players. So out here, not able to pick off that Overlord just yet. Now RorO really, I guess, is ultimately just trying to buy time. This is the time that Comm should want to strike, though, before his opponent is able to catch up, before his opponent is able to max out. Oh no, a crucial misstep from Comm, getting all of his Mutalisks caught out there, but he immediately remaxes with 7 more roaches. Oh, huge run by, getting up into the main. Look at all of those roaches. Now, he would have loved to get up into that main and kill the primary town hall up in there.
Yeah, but that was a sick move. Using drones just to hold position and make sure he can't get up the ramp. That's saving RorO a lot of grief being spread out by Comm. But Comm moving in here, throwing a lot of infested Terrans down, and I feel like he might just be able to focus down at hatchery. In the meantime, these roaches are still not completely down.
Oh, now focusing down that hatchery is most certainly what he would have loved to do, but he just did not get it done. He was distracted by the units over on the right side. Now he only gets it down to a 3rd. There is no staying damage done here, aside from the few drones that were killed up in the main.
Yeah, he killed more drones before, but I feel like right now he didn't kill all that many.
Especially not for how many roaches he used in that engagement. We can see that the supply gap has massively shrunk. Previously it was closer to 50. We just saw it right around 30 or so. But of course, Comm continuing to remax immediately after, continue adding more infestors to that army as he backs up with roaches. Now, what we're likely to see as this game moves on is just how effective those Hydralisks are, because Hydralisks are going to be what turn the tide of battle. They do so much DPS, and they attack from too far away for the Roaches to connect with their targets when that fungal is landed.
Yeah. Now, if we speak of what tactical display Comm should be using here, I feel like what we're going to see is he's going to try to move in those Roaches once again, the same move as he did before. Attack into the natural and then come in here and finish off this third, which he knows is low HP. Now, the super cool thing is WorO knows this. He has the Overseer here. He's going to use these to do a counter attack, maybe kill some drones. And he's completely ready here. Look, he's got a couple of infestors here to ensnare any Roaches which want to come up the ramp, and everything else is defended here. WorO has been mining less pretty much all game long, but he's just trying to hold on. And with 13 Hydralisks or so, he has a lot more DPS in that army composition than his opponent.
Oh yes, I mean a significantly higher amount. Those Hydras alone can just turn the tide of war, Grubby. And out here, Comm, whoa, getting attacked by a rogue-infested Terran strike, but it shouldn't be too much of a worry for him. That is a lot of infested Terrans to use to only take down a couple of spine crawlers. It's a lot of energy. But hey, I mean, it's got to be worth it, right? If you're already maxed on energy.
Oh.
Unless you're planning to engage. Oh, wow. Does he land more fungals onto them? No, Comm is actually able to turn around and fight back, taking down a couple extra casualties with him. As he gets down to his creepy grave. Oh, that is a beautiful position for WorO right now, able to get in and land a lot of those infested Terrans out onto the battlefield, and Comm has pretty much been caught with his infestors down. It did not happen for Comm, and WorO is going to be able to crush through the rest of this map. First, those Hydras get him the leg up, and then his position gives him the tactical advantage that he needs to close out the game. Here he is, getting in onto that fourth.
That was so sick how he maneuvered that. Comm basically kept his units in the same position for too long so that WorO was able to come up with a comprehensive response. Attacking that group of Roaches would have been bad, but not fatal for Comm. It's the follow-up response that happened that really allowed WorO to get such an awesome position. Coming with this army from here, having such a huge spread, and then being funneled down there was Comm. Now trying to remax with some Hydras, but it's not going to be enough most likely. This hat-trick.
Oh no.
It looks like Comm is going to save this
Well,
for now.
as much as he'll be able to clean up here, we just saw Comm use drones to defend this attack.
Yeah.
So he's lost a lot. He's not going to have the production power to stay in this game. And behind this, WorO knows that he's not going to have that production power. As a matter of fact, WorO knows so well that he goes and takes a 4th and 5th base of his own. Oh, wow.
Now the Roach move into the main base is successful. This is what Comm would have liked to do before, attacking on 3 places. But WorO is actually the one that's pulling that off. Wow, what an arbitrary choice. Was focusing the pool for a bit there. Comm doing what a good commander would do, is to counterattack. Sometimes offense is the best defense. Not sure if that's going to be true now, because it's going to be even difficult to clean up these Roaches here. Infestation pit goes down. A lot of drones have gone down, and what does Comm really have here? He's down to 35 drones.
Yeah.
And WorO just dictating the pace of this game.
Yeah, WorO got right back into it, really took advantage of Comm out there in the center of the map, and just continually pounded Comm back into his main. Oh, wow. And fortunately, he did take that extra 5th in the lower right-hand corner, so he's able to lose that center expansion and still be able to resaturate at the bottom, because hey, when you save the drones, that's how you do it.
Yeah, exactly. WorO is playing a pretty beautiful game, even though he was playing a bit from behind initially. Sometimes that's all that you need. As long as you survive, you're able to create opportunities like that where you just catch your opponent's army out of position. And it wasn't luck or anything like that, was it, Rob?
No, it was certainly not luck. That was very well planned, and Comm walked straight into the trap. Normally, it's the spiders that set the web, but this time it was Samsung.RorO.
Okay, I get it. So nice. Yeah, 2-2 upgrades for WorO against 2-1. WorO, I mean, he's so much supply ahead. He has a lot of infestors.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to attack.
Up on supply, up on army composition, up on upgrades. He's looking A-okay. Now Comm, in an act of desperation, moves around the west side of the map as he sends a small expedition towards the right, but he doesn't have any knowledge of that 5th base, so he's not able to hit that. He thinks that he's going to be ahead here. He thinks that this is a good exchange.
Oh, look at that fungal growth, and there are no infestors for Comm. He cannot reciprocate in kind. Fungal growths are doing so much damage here, and whatever last hit needs to be done to finish off those units is being dealt with. The Hydralisks are happy to oblige. GG. RorO